Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's Lippy, y'all. Hang on. Oops. I'm trying to fix this. Yes, and it didn't fix. Oh, well. All right, hang on. I got to do something. No, I wished I knew how to make the screen white because I'm on the laptop again, so it'll be fun when we shut this down. Okay, I think I'm on here. I don't know if, hey, am I center of the screen? I see I got like 6 girlfriends on here, Monica and Kelly and Miss Stephanie. Hey, Miss Stacy, Miss Vicky. Allison, you deal with Z. I know y'all, I'm in trouble. I didn't tell Allison I was going live, but she's with her grandboy. So I knew she was going to be busy. And I had to do this live. So, hey, Miss Gail. I didn't know how many we was going to get on here, but I thought, hey, why not give it a try? Hey, Missy Lane. Why, thank you. Yeah, I kind of put some powder on and I done my eyeballs. I wanted to spruce you up a little bit. Hey, Miss Kathy. I hope I got this thing centered, y'all, because I can't tell. Oh, well. Oh, I just saw a heart. How'd y'all do that? Yeah, I'm still learning this laptop. Y'all know I went years on this thing here to go live. Hey, Sherry. Well, good afternoon. Oh, I'm good. Okay, thanks, Stacy. Y'all, I had to do this live. One, I've missed y'all. And two, this is the best way to bring everybody up to date of what's been happening. How long has it been? Damn, I think it's been what? I'm looking at my dates on my card. 2 weeks now? Something like that. 2 weeks. You at work? Well, girl, you better mute me. You know, I'm loud. I mean, the people down the road could probably hear me. It's good to see you too, Miss Vicky. I've missed all of y'all. Y'all just don't know. I just hadn't been right. Yes, Miss Gail. And I love y'all too. It's been a roller coaster, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what. I see more and more getting on. But I'm on. Oh, it's right here. Stephanie, look. It's right here. Now, I'm not drinking coffee like I used to. I sip, but it is right here. And it is, it's so good. It is delicious. But y'all, I was thinking, I didn't think I was ever going to be able to drink coffee. I ain't lying. Y'all, let's see. Okay, let's go back to, oh, I take mine with half and half. I got to have half and half. And when I travel, like Wanda tell you, Miss Amy at Broussard's Homestead, I actually bring my own half and half. No kidding. I don't leave home without. It's kind of like one of them American Expresses. I bring a coffee pot because I've been to places that didn't have coffee pots. Strange, but true. And so I bring coffee pot, I bring coffee, and I bring half and half everywhere I go. And then when I leave, I just leave the half and half, and they'll use it for something. Because I tell them, don't you waste it. You better use it. Because it's just those little, I don't know, like little pint cartons. I drink just Folgers Original. I used to drink Community Medium. And then I had to get off of it because I guess I drank too much of it. Then I went back to get some and I was like, stickle shock. So I went to Folgers like original. But I'm going to tell y'all, and I know you're going to die laughing being from Louisiana, but my favorite coffee is, oh, hell, At Maxwell House Morning Blend. It's a blue can, but they don't sell it in the big cans, and it's too expensive to buy the little cans, the way I drink. But it says Morning Blend or Morning Sunshine Blend. Y'all, it's got the sun on it. It's got the morning word, and it's got a little stripe. You can't miss it. Big yellow stripe. That has got to be, honestly, and I'm kind of a coffee snob. Y'all, it's like $3 a can, which if you didn't drink like I do, that's cheap. It is so smooth, has no bitter, no aftertaste. It is amazing coffee, but it's not in my budget because y'all, I could go through one of them, I don't know what you call it, a standard can. Probably 4 days, 3 days. So I was like, it's just better to buy the big plastic jug. Oh, Stephanie, I'm gonna tell you what. It's to die for. And I've seen it at the Dollar General, but Walmart I think has it. See, there's something about it. I thought about writing them and saying, hey, have y'all ever thought about offering that in a large container? It's a blonde roast. It's not a weak, but it's not strong, but it is in the blonde roast family. It is amazing. It is the cheapest you can get is the Folgers, I mean, that's the cheapest I found, and it's good. Kroger has morning. Well, Autumn, what is it? Is it sunshine morning or is it called morning? Oh, Allison, because I hooked Trevor on it. Allison's son. I can't remember the name of it. Y'all gonna make me pull this up. Morning Blend. That's it. That's it. I knew it had something about, hands down, Lippy puts her name on it. It's just, the way I drink. Morning Boost. Oh, okay. Sorry. Morning Boost. I knew Allison would know because, see, y'all, Allison says, well, I'm going to try it. She got hooked on it. I said, I told you. But like I said, if you're, I guess $6 a week, you multiply that by 4, that's $24 a month. Y'all, that's still, I don't know. To me, that's high. I'm telling you, Stephanie, it is delicious. Yes, Miss Bonnie, I'm feeling better. We need to get into that too. Okay, we got off on the coffee. Y'all, my brain's still a little jello. Speaking of jello, hang on a minute. Hey, Mr. Willie. I don't think so. I don't know. Y'all, I'm going to do like all these professional YouTubers. I don't know if y'all can see this. I don't know if I'm supposed to put my hand up behind it. I'm just going to hold it still. Can y'all see that little bitty mini fridge? I don't know if it's blurry or not. But y'all see okay, you see what's in there? Mm-hmm. Y'all, that's what Lippy been eating. I got pineapple jello, peach jello, cherry jello, vanilla pudding, and pistachio pudding. Mm-hmm. And Buddy bought me these little cups that got them little snap-on lids, and we spent a afternoon mixing it all up and filling it up. And that's what I've lived on for, I think, 10 days. Hey, Canadian. Man, you over here on mine? Good to see you, darling. So, yeah, we went to the doctor Monday. Was it? Yeah. The 4th was Tuesday, right? So I went to the doctor Monday. And I got some good news, not so good news. But to sum it up, because y'all all know about the sickness, the stomach, the hospital visit. Y'all know all about that. Well, my actual primary care, who's been my physician 20 years, she knows me. She knows I'm not a synthetic pill popper, if you will, and I do have boundaries. But we have a great, great relationship, and I truly, truly trust her. But we had a little bit of setback. So I will have to have a CAT scan with contrast. But I'm here to say that more blood work was run on Monday. We got the results in. She did them stat, but they were closed Tuesday. So I got my results yesterday. And we had a long conversation. My hemoglobin is moving up to normal range. Praise God. That was the biggest concern because something happened. We had a full abdomen x-ray done. That came back good, but she still wanted the CAT scan with contrast to make sure that there was no damage to any organs. But I do not have that word colitis that doctor at the hospital suggested. No. He was looking at something that basically kind of like a water hose got ran too much, if you will, and it kind of wanted to shrink. And him not knowing my history with my autoimmune and my protein deficiency, he treated me well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he was Johnny on the spot. I mean, I had nurses on top of me and a doctor, and it was just crazy. But she wanted to start back from scratch because of my hemoglobin. But I'm here to tell you my hemoglobin's moving up. We'll do the CAT scan to make sure everything's okay. And I feel like everything's okay. So basically, the diagnosis was simply whatever attacked my system, viral, went bacterial, and it just took my feet out from under me. I mean, that's basically what happened. I just, it's like a light switch. I'm sure many of y'all have had that. It's like, okay, you're rolling, everything's good, and all of a sudden, nighttime comes, which mine was through the night. It was like you flipped a switch and all hell broke loose. And, and we may never know hey, Miss Marjorie, we may never know what it was, except that it took a hold of me and took me down. So therefore, my hemoglobin, I was extremely dehydrated. I've lost right at 12 pounds now. And it was scary, Miss Stephanie. Yeah, Mr. Willie, get the counting. um, so it's all about building myself back up. And I said, I got this. I'm doing the Jello because for whatever reason, y'all, I'm eating some solid foods, but you eat a couple of bites and you feel like you ate the buffet. It's the craziest thing. It's like, wait a minute, I know I got to eat more than that, but I can't. So I'm nibbling and eating. I'm putting it in between the Jellos, basically. A little bit here, a little bit there. And it's working. It's just I'm not building my strength up as fast as Lippy wants to, okay? It's not working with me on my rules. My rule says it's in the rear view mirror. I got crap to do, get out of my way. But for whatever reason, it really done something. And y'all, every day I do a little bit more, but I'm still tired. But I think once we get my iron back up, it was dead to the water. And once we get the hemoglobins moving forward to normal range, I think everything's going to be behind me. Yeah, my stomach shrank. Kelly, I have a gag problem. We tried that. Sweet baby Jesus. You can put ice on it. It go in. I ain't going to be gross on here, but let's just say I spit it back out. Y'all, I got a problem with that. Can't do it. I can't do it. Yup. Well, it's good to see you, Miss Greta. So, I don't do yogurt either, Regina. Y'all, I ain't a dairy person. Yeah, I put half and half in my coffee, but I don't do dairy. Now I'll eat cheese, white cheese, yellow cheese, and I'll do eggs, but I don't do no dairy. Mm-mm. It don't work well. Well, it just don't get. Let's just say it don't get down enough to even see if it works well. So yeah, I don't do that. No. So it's Jello and cantaloupe and watermelon. Y'all, I ain't even had a tomato. I took a little bitty bite of a tomato the other day from Buddy's plate, and it tasted so good. Well, about 15 minutes, it didn't feel so good. But, you know, like she said, your stomach just kind of it blistered. It was whatever I had was so bad. So it's going to take me a while to, you know, get back to myself. And that's why y'all have not seen me do videos, because it's like, what do y'all? Well, Miss Gail, that's what they say, because I buy this milk for the grandkids. It's called, well, what is it called? Lactade. It's a big white plastic jug with a red letter. I think it's Lactade. Anyway, they drink it. So I said, well, let me see if I can handle that. Now, I have run out of half and half, and I've put it in my coffee. I've cooked with it. I think y'all have seen me cook. Well, no, I may have poured it in a measuring cup, because I don't know if I can advertise the label. There's so many damn rules out there. It's just milk, and I've never had a problem with it. So I very well could be. I know that my mom said when I was young that it was a struggle. So, I was on like cow milk when I was young, but it doesn't bother me. So I very well could be, but at 58, I don't know if I want to go research it, but that milk does not bother me. Oh, nut milk. Is that like that almond milk? See, I have a problem with texture, and to me, it's thick. Like for me to take a glass of anything, milk wise, it's not getting past these lips. No, ain't happening. It's just not there. It's not there, y'all. I'm so weird. I'm just weird. Yeah, I know. I got to be patient. And Mr. Willie, I ain't too patient. Y'all, Mr. Willie been checking on me every day. We do that. I don't know what it's called. Messenger. We do that. It's thin. Hmm. Yeah, that's it. Clabber, clabber, yuck. See, I just, mm-mm, mm-mm. But now what I'm talking about for the grandkids, we make oatmeal in the winter. It doesn't bother me. So like I say, I can cook with it. I can put it in my coffee. But to sit and drink a glass, that is, Miss Carol, that ain't happening, y'all. Well, I'm glad to see you. I ain't talked to you on the phone in a long time. You knew I was weird? Yeah, I'm a weird kind of person, ain't I, Mr. Willie? I know I'm sitting on this damn bar stool and my behind's about to go damn numb on me. And we got a whole, y'all, I made a list. Because it ain't just, how do I say this? Y'all, I hope y'all ready and you got your coffee, your tea, your whatevers. Y'all, we got a full load in this live to go over. And I felt like this is the best way to do it is let's just go live. Plus, I missed y'all. And I ain't doing no, I ain't do hell no, I ain't doing no goat's milk. Oh, I don't mean nothing by it if y'all like it. Don't take it that way. I ain't oh, yuck. I don't want anything that leaves a white residue on my tongue. I do coffee and water. Water. I got some fruit popsicles. Buddy got me some all natural fruit. Y'all, that watermelon popsicle to die for. Amazing. Well, it's good seeing you too, Kristen. Yeah, I ain't doing no damn goat's milk. I'm sorry. No offense to the goats or people that do it. I no, ain't doing it. I'm not a picky eater. I'm a picky drinker. I'm one of them two-stroke engines, not a four-stroke. First stroke is coffee, second stroke's water, and I do just fine. But y'all know they say two strokes have to be rebuilt every year or two. So maybe next time I'll be like, hey, add me a couple of strokes to my engine. I think I'm wearing out. But anyway, we got the medical kind of taken care of. It's all about building myself up. And that's going to take a while because it has its own little traveling speed. It's not on my speed. Because y'all, yesterday I actually went to the garden. I wasn't even supposed to be out in the sun on this one medicine that I will be done with in 2 days. I got hot. I mean, I know it's like 120 here, but I'm talking about like all of a sudden it was like a heat flash come over me. I said, "Whew." But I got to get out of the garden. Y'all wasn't there 5 minutes. He said, "You gonna be all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'll be all right." Y'all, I about died. It was like a heat flash. I was like, you know, it was the strangest thing. Well, on the bottle it says, "Do not go out in the sunlight." I said, "Whoops." Because I remembered somebody, I don't know if it was Buddy. Hey, Sylvia, I didn't know if it was the pharmacist. I didn't know who the hell told me, you can't go in the sun in this medicine. I didn't dream it, y'all. So I come in here and look through all 6 bottles, and there it was. Because I'm on an awful lot of like blood medicine. Let's say it like that. I'm on a lot of blood medicine. But my blood's doing good. So, yeah, it's been really hot. I don't eat ice cream. I do eat, what's it? Sorbet. Yeah. Buddy got me one of them little, and I said, what is this? I thought it was ice cream. He said, it's sorbet. It's $5 for one of them sorbets. Y'all, I pay $5 all. I might even pay $8 for that. That was the best tasting stuff. Get a little bit here, put it back up. I ate that whole thing in 2 days. In 2 days. I'm not kidding you. That's some best stuff. I said, maybe I need to learn how to make that. Yeah, he does, Mr. Willie. How about gelato? How about, I don't know what the hell that is, gelato. Is that like sorbet? I don't know what that is. Mighty Mo. Oh, Lord, y'all, Mighty Mo called me. Oh, it's like sherbet? Oh, I'd probably like that. I'd like that. Mo called me now. It's been about an hour ago. He says, Mama, I said, what? He said, can I come to your house? I said, you supposed to be going on vacation. They supposed to be leaving today. Yesterday was Cameron's birthday. He was 12. That's the middle one. And Felicia booked a vacation out of Galveston. And it's just him and her that's going to go out. I think it's in the morning. To fish for sharks and redfish. I think that's what it was. Well, he found out about it and he said, Mommy says I'm too small to catch sharks. So I'm coming to your house. So I said, well, take your iPad to Mommy, because we were on that FaceTime thing. So Felicia was getting clothes packed in the suitcase. I said, what's going on? Mo wants to come. She said, yeah, he called you without me knowing. What it is he found out that Cameron's birthday present was to go catch a shark, or I think it's a redfish, but I could be wrong. And he doesn't get to go. But my oldest granddaughter, she'll be 16 in September. She'll be at the little Airbnb kind of thing. Hey, Teresa, to watch Mo. Well, they leaving at daylight. Mo will just be up when they get back, and then it'll be the family vacay, her and the 3 children. So he kind of got his feelings hurt. I said, well, y'all talk about it. Mo, you can come, but you're going to miss out on a good vacation. She said, well, I'll just let you know, and then she'll drop him off on the way going. So I don't know if Mighty Mo's coming. I don't know if Mighty Mo ain't coming. All I know is Mighty Mo was upset when he found out he couldn't go catch a shark. And y'all, that might be a really good thing too. I'm just saying it might be a really good thing. But okay, we got Mo taken care of. We got my health taken care of. Let's move to, well, why not? Hang on a minute. I'm gonna leave this live. Hey Mo.
Hey,
So what did you decide?
I want to come over to your house.
Okay.
Can you please come pick me up? Mommy doesn't want to drive me.
Well, right now I'm talking to my friends on a live, so I will get with Mommy and find out when y'all are leaving, and I may meet Mommy, but I'm not driving all the way. Momo's not able. So I'll get with Mommy when I get through talking to my friends, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So why can't you drive a little bit here, a little bit like towards us, and then we can drive to you?
Yeah, that's called meeting. And I'll get with Mommy and find out, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye. Y'all heard it from Mighty Mo. He's still mad, y'all. Hey, Debbie. So I don't know if I'm fixing to get a text to meet to pick Mo up. I don't know. Because y'all, he sneaks off in his room and does this. But let's talk about the garden. I don't even know what time it is. I can't turn to see. You know, when I went down, the garden was coming into harvesting. Okay. So, you know, there's never a good time to get sick, but if there was during garden, or should I say our spring summer garden, it could not have happened at a better time, if there is a better time, because basically it was watering and harvesting. And that was where we were at when I went down. So Bud stepped in, watered, started harvesting for me. And like the tomatoes, he was bringing them in, not fully ripe. And actually, let me show y'all. I think y'all saw that on a community post yesterday. This is the Hasanator that I grew. It was 1.34 ounces. And then this was the red roaster. And y'all know Mr. Eddie at Poor Boy's Little Homestead challenged a bunch of us. And this was, well, I don't remember now, 1.2, was it? Something like that. So I was very tickled about those. But as you can see over here, I keep the ones on this counter. Let me see that. That's the ones that are ready to eat. The table, that's why I'm not doing the live there. Our table sits 6. It is full from one end to the other with tomatoes. So as they ripen, I'm standing and rinsing and drying and putting them in the freezer until I'm, you know, able to start processing them. Yeah, I was Canadian. There's a story behind that one tomato. I told Buddy he's going to have to try it. But so that's why I'm not over there. So Buddy's been doing harvesting. He's also, you know, he sent me he would take pictures and bring them into me. And I told him which plants I wanted out. Basically, the garden is empty except for that one row of tomatoes that's under the shade cloth. Um, the peppers that he'd planted late, they're starting to bloom. The cayennes are still going, as well as some of the jalapenos. Everything else has been cleaned out and it's resting for fall. I know a lot of you are just now getting into garden, but here in the South, our gardening starts February and it ends, like I've told y'all, by July 1st, we're done. And so I was pretty well spot on, you know, to be done. The fried green tomatoes is so easy. And like I said, I'm not sure I said it in the video like this, but I'll say it. Oh my goodness. Hello, Mike and Miss Rochelle. Um, Guys, I need to stop there before I go. Um, some of you may or may not know that Miss Rochelle lost her father a few days ago. He passed. He lived 80 plus years. Wonderful life. But if y'all would, let's keep the family in our prayers, you know, for strength moving forward. Um, and He'll always be with them in spirit, and they have the memories to covet them. But let's keep them in our prayers for Miss Rochelle and her family. But Sylvia, I'm not sure that I answered or not. My recipe to fried green tomatoes is basically a pickling recipe. Now, there's hundreds of recipes that I've seen over the years on YouTube. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's not right for me. When it comes to food, I don't play with my food. I take from sources like the Ball Book. And then I know that I am stabilizing and preserving my food according to the health and guidelines, that is going to be safe. I'm not a rebel canner. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I got a couple of emails that said, well, can I add this? And I can't add, can I add that? Well, when you do start adding things, then you need to look at pressure canning, because right now you're starting with an extremely high acidic food. A green tomato is going to be more acidic than a red tomato. So you know you're in a safe zone for water bathing. So I found by using just a standard brine, a pickling brine, without adding the bay leaves and other things to really vamp up that pickle taste. Basically, it's a vinegar brine. You can get them tomatoes out. You can pat them extremely dry and then proceed to frying them, or air frying, or however it is that you prepare them to fry. And it does not have that vinegar taste, but it's the safest way that I know of and that I do to preserve fried green tomatoes moving forward to the winter. Oh, did you do fresh ones, Debbie? Chase a squirrel off a feeder. I can fix that, Canadian. It's like this long iron cylinder. It's got a little hole at one end, a trigger at the other end. No, I'm just lying. I feed squirrels out here in the back of the woods, so they'll leave my garden alone. Y'all know I got to be messy. So, anyway, that's where we were at the garden. So, the timing actually kind of worked to our favor. Yes, you got to get you a ball book. I've got stacks of them, but over the years, I've got them at yard sales and, church sales, things like that. They ate your strawberries. Did you put a net on them straw? I have a net on mine. Did you put a net on yours? Hey, Latina. Okay. I did can, if you noticed, mainly green tomatoes, but when I cut into them, it had a hint of pink. You're perfectly fine. But if they have leaned towards ripening, that would be going to your yellow, pink to red. Um, they're just not going to have that green tomato taste. It's kind of be like a pickled tomato, because the sugars start coming out as they ripen. You're getting, I'm saying acidic. Oh, goodness. Yeah, green tomato is your highest acidic. So you're going to be moving in more into your sugars. And I don't know if it would hold up in a jar if they have leaned more towards your pink and your reds. I've never tried it. It's not going to take the safety away by no means, because you're pickling it. But I don't know if you're going to get that true green tomato taste. Yeah, you're going to have to net for sure. Miss Gail, these temps, it has been a struggle for many, no matter where you're at. It's unbelievable. Miss Allison, she lives in extreme northeast. I would say the New York South area, and they're just now getting into warm temperatures for a garden to start growing, and we're in July. I really don't know if she's going to actually even get a harvest before the coldness comes back. I personally have never seen. I've seen sporadic temperatures here and there across the United States, but to actually see the amount of heat that rolled in so soon in the South. And, we had all them storms and rain, and all of a sudden it's like there again, a light switch just cut off, and everything's frying. And then I see places that should have already been in the 70s and 80s, say like Miss Allison, they're just now getting there in July. This year has really bipolared itself, if you will, for a lot of people. For a lot of people. Uh-oh. Move. Y'all, I got Willie up here and he's not allowed, so y'all gonna have to excuse me. Y'all know it's a Lippy video. Down. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't allow that. He's trying to get my attention, and that don't happen. It's after his lunchtime, but he'll be all right. I'm sure every one of y'all got one of them little fly swatters. In Wisconsin, Linda, I was curious about that. Wisconsin. There is a couple of channels I think I found that's in Wisconsin, and I was like, how do y'all grow there? I mean, honestly, I didn't understand it. They have gardens, and I was like, how? It's got to be a different variety of plants or something because the window is so short. It's mind. It just blows my mind. But yet, an amazing gardens. But not knowing being from there, I wouldn't have a clue. Because really and truly, guys, we don't grow from June till about end of September, honestly, October. Then we can grow again because we really don't have winters. January and February is usually our coldest, except for that Arctic, whatever happened that took my garden out in December. That was a fluke. That was extreme. But really and truly, we can garden 9, 10 months out of the year in the South. It's just that where y'all have a struggle with your winter months, we struggle with our summer months. Nothing's going to grow with a heat index of 117 degrees. It's just not happening. Oh, that is fantastic. That is, well, you're in high 90s, so I'm sure you've got a heat index of at least 105. Yeah, my tomatoes are doing great under the shade cloth. All the ones that was in the buckets outside of the shade cloth, forget it. Okay, that's right, Mike, or if it's Rochelle. I forget her name. Isn't his name Todd and Rachel? Rachel and Todd. Yes, 1870s. I believe I saw last year her garden is like 2,000 square feet, and she does an abundance of a garden. Yeah, that's it. Rachel and Todd. Did I say Rochelle? It's Rachel and Todd. That's it. Awesome people. Awesome. I do like their whole setup, and it intrigues me with the temps and the climate that they and are a lot of y'all grow in. It intrigues me, because it's so different from the South. But we all have a setback. Ours happens to be heat. I am so glad. I love my electric canner, y'all. I started to reach out to them and say, hey, the lady that said, I'm never going to use nothing electric. I eat my words. The electric canner has been the best thing I've ever added to my kitchen. Ever, hands down. I am able to do other tasks. It does wonderful for me. Now, I'll still use my double stack Presto if I was going to be doing large quantities. But it goes so fast doing this electric canner. I have not noticed where it's slowed me down. It is just an amazing piece of an equipment. You got one too, Miss Gail? Mine is a Presto Precise. I believe it's called a Precise. I think I did. I did the green tomatoes in it too, didn't I? Y'all, yeah, I did. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I can move it without Buddy being here. It's easy to clean. It's a it's a safe calibration of everything that we've looked at, because I've actually tested the jars to some that I had to that I actually opened them and I did my test strips to see, because I don't know, y'all may not be like me, you may be. I like to test my food and see if it has reached the safety guidelines, which to kill botulism is 240 degrees Fahrenheit. So you have to, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to double check, and it was spot on, guys. Miss Charmaine, did you get one? Girl, I'm going to tell you, it is the best thing for all of us canners, from experienced to non experienced. I cannot say enough what a blessing it is, because I'm not standing there monitoring something. I am letting it do its thing, and I'm able to do other things. As where for many years I have canned, and yeah, I'll be working in the kitchen, but I'm steadily looking at the tattler, steadily looking at it. And humidity plays a big part too, in case y'all don't know, on your standard stovetop canners. Because you never read, I know some of them have these gauges. I have one that has a gauge, one that doesn't have a gauge. You don't go by that gauge. You go by that tattler. That gauge could be calibrated wrong. So I don't even know why they put them on there, you know, because actually you're supposed to can, when it says 10 pounds, you're actually supposed to can now, according to guidelines, at 11 pounds of pressure. And that's what this Presto electric canner is also deemed at. And it picks up on the humidity and the something else if you read about it. So, I love my standard canner, but I would not walk away. No. Are you sure you can with the Instapot? I know though it may say canning, but I've not seen one Instapot that is within the safety guidelines. It has not been recognized to be a safe machine to properly can food. Um, I would check in on that. I really would. Well, it's so nice to see you too. Well, Mr. Mike, I was one of those stubborn people too. And if you remember the wreck that I had, when was it? November of last year. We had to get a rental car and all of that stuff. Well, the week prior, how long have I had the machine now? The canner. I don't remember. Anyway, I think it was around May. Out of the blue, that gentleman's insurance sent me our out of pocket for the rental car. Now, I could have done a lot of things, put it right back in, put it in the garage, because, we've got the garage door. We just hadn't had help to put it up. And I said, no, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to take the leap, because I've been paying attention. I've been researching and reading. And y'all, it was $331 and some change, because I took the extended warranty. My check was 300 and what, $35. And that's how I bought that electric canner. And to be honest, if the check would have never come in, and I was planning on saving to actually buy it, it's the best investment, Mr. Mike, you can do. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's your water bath and your pressure canner. It is the best investment. I just know that it's a lot of bubble gum to chew on. I get that, but it is amazing. I can't I can't shout it loud enough. Oh, wouldn't that be awesome if they would donate, Miss Bonnie? Well, I'm all about calling people. All they can do is say no. Well, I be doggone. Well, that's good to know that you can in that Instapot. Well, blessings, Sylvia. Well, I didn't know that. I do know Rosewed Homestead. I do know, and I've watched her a couple of times. If you really want to know the science and really want to learn down to the basic, which I think a lot of new canners, That would be a really good channel to watch. She explains it very well. I tend not. I mean, I know who she is. She's got great content, and she knows what she's talking about. I just I don't watch her. I know I'm subscribed to her, but I just don't watch her. Really, Monica? That's a good price. It's called Presto Precise Electric Canner. Look at my video. Y'all, when did I do the green tomatoes? I was still kind of ill, wasn't I? Yeah, because I only took a bite. So last week I would have had the video and I actually zoomed in on the exact one that I have. She has the Nesco canner. I'm not answering that. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, Benz. So that was the garden. How did we get on Canon? Now, air condition. Okay. When I last left y'all, we were having air condition problems. Well, the part never came in. The air conditioning company wouldn't come back out. And now, mind you, this was all under the home warranty when we purchased the place, and the unit went out the week we moved here. So home warranty paid all but $1,400. It caught a fire in the attic the day they put it in. We dismissed that, got it all done. So we've had problems and had problems, to summarize it. Finally, I had enough, and especially being not myself, I had really enough. And when I got through with that air conditioning company secretary, y'all, I was the most ugliest person you ever met in your life. The woman couldn't say anything. She finally just hung up because she called me an old lady. One, you don't call me an old lady. I know how old I am. I have a damn birth certificate. So then I called home warranty, spoke with a supervisor. I filed a complaint because they're the only company that works with the home warranty in our area. They gave me permission to use my own AC company. I immediately called James, who works for Infinity Air. He's been our AC guy since he started with our best friend, who's no longer with us. He learned under him. So we've used James 20 years. James come out Sunday, this past Sunday, because we have been running a window unit in the living room, one of them portable units in the bedroom. Well, James got us all fixed up to where the air condition is running. It just needs some help. Oh, they got Mr. Willie. She got a voodoo times 10. So there is a part that actually went out, not because of Linux. Y'all, they didn't even have insulation inside the box. It was laying on top of the A coils. You know, they said they had to order a whole new A coil and they had to do this and that. There was pinholes. There was never a pressure test. There was never a dye test done because there would be evidence. They never even opened it up. The whole insulation had come down. It's a wonder it didn't catch on fire. They didn't have a P-trap in. They didn't have the drain connected correctly. So it was all due to installation failure, responsibility. So now I don't know where we go, but my home warranty is working well with us. They said that they would reimburse us all, but whatever the deductible is. So we're dealing with that, and I did put a complaint in against the other air conditioning company that our home warranty ordered. So we're dealing with that, but for right now, it's cool. It's not cold, but it's manageable because y'all, I stayed sick with this air condition not working. Staying in a bedroom with a portable unit, it's been hell. It's been hell, but I am so blessed to have James back. He went through it, but he was with him. He serviced it, and life is good. I'm not going to dwell on the previous. I'll just have to take care of that, you know, as the insurance warrants. But I'm not going to stop and dismiss this. If anything, I think they owe me my full deductible. Oh, wow. I like the little portable unit. I mean, it's done me very well. But you're having to run air conditioning in Michigan? I didn't even know y'all had air conditioning up there. Honestly, I did. I really didn't. I thought y'all could just get by with the windows open. No, nobody has customer service, but this is just an independent company. And when I called, I said, I need to have, I forget his name, I had it written down, come back out. He said to keep calling when it wouldn't cool and freeze up, and he'd just keep putting Freon in it until, or whatever that stuff's called, until the part comes in. And she called me a liar. And so when she did, I kind of came back, and then she called me an old lady. I was like, well, we have a big problem. So I went ahead and unleashed the old lady on her, and we'll just see where we go from there. Wow, central air in Wisconsin. Y'all, I got to venture out. The only way I ever venture out is with Mike and Rochelle when they go do all these trips. I'm like all up in that phone, okay, y'all. I'm traveling with them. That's how I get to travel. 94. See, I told you, that's a damn weather's crazy. Y'all getting 94, y'all sound like in the South. But I was scared of the light bill. No AC. Where the hell you at, Vicky? Are you like in Alaska? No air condition. Oh, you just being. Where are you at, Vicky? It's 86. Well, Mr. Willie, ain't that about normal where you're at? Oh, I believe Carlene is 119 heat index in Florida. Y'all, it's hot in the South. I'm telling you, it's hot. I see, I knew. Yeah, 86. Washington coast. What's up that? Okay. 66. Well, that's kind of cold, ain't it? Yeah, I'd have a coat on at 66. I like 80s. I love leaning to the higher 80s. Love it. I could see, yeah, 86. I could be outside all day long in the 80s. You put me 74, 75 going down, I'm freezing. I mean, freezing. But I don't know what I can't turn my, y'all know I have a bad neck. Okay, because I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna get another phone call. Now we talked about the air condition. Okay, I got two more topics. I'm gonna save a hard one for last, so y'all stay with me. Um, our power was going off and on. Sunday we had major power surges. It was very hot. So Buddy was watching closely, and I think I don't know where I was. But he told me, I knew something was happening, his power surgeon. So he was really watching it. So that was Sunday. I'm trying to think. Y'all, my days. Tuesday was the 4th. Okay, so it was Tuesday. And I was like, okay, I'm going to rinse some more tomatoes. I need to put them in. No, y'all. This was yesterday. Hell, I don't know, y'all. It was Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't even remember. I know I was doing tomatoes, washing them. And I went to go put them in the freezer. I was like, because we have two chest freezers, and the large upright is our meat freezer. The chest freezers is our vegetables and fruit and your overflow, like your butter, pie crust, things like that. And I have them itemized or organized how I want things. So anyway, I opened it up to set them in there. And I said, oh, hell. Y'all, it was off. I slung that other one off. I opened the upright and it was fine, except the top was damp. I said, oh my God. So I immediately text Buddy, call. Because I don't know if he's in meetings. A lot of times he's in a class or he's teaching this or, I don't know. So sure enough, he called. I said, we got a problem. So I told him. He said, check the breakers. So I go in there and he's on the phone and I flipped every breaker. He said, I'm on my way. I was like, uh-oh, something must be wrong. So he, sure enough, 20 minutes later, 25 minutes later, he comes in because I am sitting with trash cans and tears rolling down my eyes because all of my fruits and vegetables out of the garden of this year too was sopping wet, no good. Throwing it out. He come in, there's nothing wrong with the power or the electrical box, so he starts pulling them out. The power surge that we were having Sunday, he said the last time he was in it was Monday because he put a batch of tomatoes out there. But now where we were putting the tomatoes was in the meat freezer. So the tomatoes was saved, but I wanted to put them in the chest because this other one was full. So that was our saving grace because the tall upright is actually plugged into a different socket. The other two was on an appliance strip. Well, the power surge blew that strip, blew it. So that's where the failure was. So he had to go buy a new appliance switch or thing and change out the actual outlet because it lost a leg or something, y'all. And I'm talking behind an electrician. Y'all know I don't know nothing about electricity. So I lost both freezers. We are starting from scratch. Yeah, and it killed me because this was an amazing garden for really the first year here. And plus the fruit that we had went and got and things because I slowly pull out and I can and preserve, but there's a lot of things we like in the freezer. So we had to deal with that. And hey, Wanda, and I'm gonna tell you what, it'll rattle you. It will rattle you because at the end of the day, it was completely out of our control, except one thing. If y'all have followed us long enough, you know we have alarms because we learned this years ago. We have alarms on our freezers. So when things would go off, an alarm would sound. It's a little low box, and I recommend everybody. Now, we do have the temperature control. It has an alarm, but when the power from that outlet went out, those didn't work. We always had a backup alarm. We have not unpacked those boxes. Remember, we're still unpacking because we're trying to get infrastructure to unpack to put stuff in. Well, he went digging for them alarms. So this will not hopefully happen again because these alarms are loud. We can't afford to lose this. I mean, this was a major setback. So I say that because I was waiting to see what some of the chat would say. And so far, nobody mentioned it. So I'll mention it for y'all. Some of you may be thinking, well, at least you've got your freeze dryer. Yeah, I do have a freeze dryer. That was gifted to us last year. We don't know by who. Well, that's not true. I did find out this morning by who, and I'm going to leave it like that. But I've been having a problem with my freeze dryer, y'all, and I've not said a word. That's why y'all don't see videos. I've not said a word because I honestly thought it was me. A buddy thought it was him. It's like, I mean, it's a plug and play. You just cannot mess a freeze dryer up. I mean, you just can't. And I would send Wanda, messages. Wanda, is this normal? No, you need to let it go a little longer. You need to do this. And I'm thinking, well, okay. And Jan at Not a Real Farm, I would reach out to her. Something wasn't right. Well, let me go ahead and explain to y'all. When the freeze dryer first got here, y'all remember I was so excited. I don't remember what I did, but I got to looking at some of Wanda's videos and some of Jan's videos because I'm wanting to learn this, right? Because they don't send you, Harvest Right don't send you but a 6-page little pamphlet. they call a manual. And I said, wait a minute, why is there orange at the top? Because your insert that the trays go in, that's like a drying part, and it's orange. Well, my orange was at the bottom. So I said, Wanda, send me a picture of the inside of yours. I did the same thing to Jan. I was like, so then I look at other YouTube videos. I'm just starting to go in through Harvest Right, freeze drying vegetables, just trying to find something. So I could screenshot and zoom in, and sure enough, all their orange of the insert is at the top. So Buddy comes in, I show it to him. So he has to take it apart, flip it back like it's supposed to be. So it was not on us. It came like that. Okay, we got this. No, we don't have this, guys. And I'm fixing to come out with something that's probably, I'm not trying to take sales from them, but I'm damn sure not promoting Harvest Right. Okay, y'all know Lippy, so you know, I pray if y'all have got one and it's working great, praise to you. But let me tell you let me tell you what this freeze dryer has been doing. Can y'all see this? Y'all want to look a little closely? I want y'all to look at that. What do y'all see? Does it look funny to you? If y'all can see down in this bowl. It's called burnt. Yeah, it's burnt. It's burnt to a crisp. You know, I did the squash. I was like, man, they sure did freeze dry fast. Great. And we did a taste test. Well, after I started paying attention to my scrambled eggs and everything else, I said, maybe I need to open up that one bag and look at them squash. Sure enough, got to smell them. They were burnt. But remember, we took them right out and I tested them. I fried those and fried fresh squash for Cameron to tell me. And he's like, oh, they're both good. I said, yes, we got this. Guys, this was every bell pepper I grew this year. Every bell pepper. I ran 2 rounds. I lost all of my peppers. This is a big bowl, okay? So I reach out to Wanda. I reach out to Jan. They said, what? What do you mean burnt? I said, it's burnt. My whole shed, my whole business smelled like burnt peppers. See, my hands smell like burnt peppers. So I keep reaching out to Harvest Right, keep reaching out to Harvest Right. Finally, I got a lady on the phone this morning. Now, they called me a lovely lady. I have no complaints. The reason why they wasn't because they didn't have an account under my name because this was gifted to me. So once we figured all that out, they changed everything to me. And I told her from the beginning of it coming in upside down, she had no words to say. That's a problem. I think it shouldn't leave the warehouse because how is anyone supposed to know unless you've already had one? Who knows to go and examine a big $3,000 machine and go, I wonder if that's upside down or not. Not us. So then because I sent them pictures, y'all, I've been reaching out and sending pictures, and it's called an open ticket. You got to send in a ticket. You don't get nobody on the phone. I'm just going to tell you. They tell you to troubleshoot is what they tell you. They got to work on their customer service because it sucks. So anyway, when I used the word burnt and she finally was able to pull these pictures from these emails I've been sending that had no account to them, she says, oh, I need you to go to that machine and turn it on. I think I know what's wrong. I was like, okay, so I had to go out there. Now, mind you, Buddy said, we're unplugging it. So he unplugged it because, y'all, it was burning stuff with ice still in the machine. I cannot make this up because I got pictures of that too. Solid ice, burnt food. So I plug it in and I had to turn it on the back. Now, mind you, the panel won't work. The panel comes on and it'll lock up and you have to turn the panel off, turn it back on, like power it off, power it on. And then it'll say, do you want to resume? This is how we've been freeze drying. And he keeps checking the electrical thing. Is there something wrong with the electrical? There's nothing wrong with it. But it makes one think that. He said, I got the biggest this on it and the biggest that on it, and it's on its own whatever's, So, now the lady was very nice. So anyway, I turn it on. She says at the top right, I want you to read that number to me. It starts with a V. And I've got it memorized. It was a V point 1.15.18. She said, well, there's the problem. I said, what? She said, it's the software. You're running under software 18. I said, and? She said, no, we did away with software 18 and 21. I said, we're in 23. What do you mean? She goes, well, we wouldn't call it a recall, but it was a bad program. It was a bad software because it was burning the food and it was danger to possibly catching a fire. Wait a minute, stop the presses. And I said, hold up a minute. What did you say? She goes, oh, this is an easy fix. I said, wait. Before we get to the easy fix, you mean to tell me y'all are shipping machines out? Now, this is just 11 months ago with a program that y'all did away with a year prior. How is that even acceptable? How can you even do that? You're already sending a machine out that was installed, well, put in wrong. The whole tubing was upside down. Now you're telling me it has a software problem? Yes, some have gone out like that, but this is an easy fix. I'm going to email you. So, she had all my information because remember, they couldn't find me. And I'm going to send a new software to you. And you're going to take I don't know what she called it, them little stick things, but she called it something. So I knew Buddy had bought me a new one because, and I don't remember why he bought it, but I had a new one in a bag. So I opened it and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. She said, I'm going to email it to you. And I need you to put the new software on that. I think she called it a zip drive. I said, what? She said, and then you stick it in your machine when your machine is off. And then when you turn your machine on, it's going to send it to the machine. I said, what kind of hell are we dealing with now? Y'all know I don't do electronics. I'm not sure I can turn the live off. Buddy ain't here. I said, okay. I said, that's fine, ma'am. So I'm trying to be all nice. Oh, well, I'm glad you're getting rain. So I text Buddy. Call. He calls. I said, okay, this little stick thing. He said, what stick thing? I said, that thing you bought me that's supposed to go into the computer. He said, yeah. So I told him what they said. He was about livid. So he told me to right click with the mouse and it'll tell me what to do. I was like, oh, okay. If it's that easy, I got this. No, it wasn't that damn easy, but I figured it out. You do right click because the only thing I figured out was the name of that little zippy thing happened to show up on this computer. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's go there. Well, it was 6 things. Y'all, my heart was like thumping. And I ain't got no business out there, okay? But my heart was thumping, adrenaline going. I was like, whew. So I stuck it in because it has that little thing you stick it in on the side. And I reached back there and I hit on and I backed up because I said I didn't know what this thing was going to do. And all of a sudden, the whole screen starts spinning. And then it comes up the normal screen and it has that V1.15.24, software 24, which is what she said I had to have. And she said, periodically check our website for our new software updates. No, as a consumer, y'all's asses need to be doing a dictionary list and everyone that you have sold. And if software 24 moves to software 28, y'all need to be emailing your customers. You need a better customer service. It is not up to the consumer. Oh, I need to take the time and look at harvest right. Oh, I need to go update. Guys, just by the luck of draw, this lady was so nice and patient. But maybe a lot of y'all are very computer savvy. Well, this old girl is not. I've learned all I want to learn. I can make a video, I can kind of edit, and I can shoot it out to the airways, and life is good for Lippy. I am fine. I can pay bills on this thing. Life is good. I don't need to know no more, okay? I ain't got time for it, nor patience. Who knows if they did it on purpose? I don't know. But to spend this kind of money, their customer service should also then, we have a fire hazard. We have these serial numbers because every one of them has a serial number. Boom, it should be in a computer program. And I'm not even a computer smart person, but common sense says it needs to go into a database. Then that program then needs to generate to those customers that's in this model number, serial, whatever. There is an update waiting for you, and have the update there. Not wait for the consumer for 4 months to go through what I have gone through and the food I have lost. I don't even know how much power I have spent and almost burnt my business down for something that took 5 minutes. We hope, because she says, I'm 100% sure this fix your problem. Oh, it says my chat got disconnected. Ooh. Maybe social media don't like what Lippy's saying. So anyway, she says she's 100% sure this fixed the problem, but I won't know till I run it. And guys, I really want to run it again. I really do. This was an amazing gift. But hey, Frankie, I didn't even see you on here. I got to run in my mouth. Who knows who's on here? Guys, I don't feel comfortable. I honestly, I just, because it's not a short process. You're talking 32 or more hours of a machine running. A lot can happen. I'm glad it wasn't in the house and it made a major failure, but that's still a failure. That's my whole life. That's my dream, sitting in that 12 by 24 building. And I'm just not sure I'm willing to try it again. I know I have to. Oh, okay, Debbie. I know that I have to. Um, I don't know that I can. So Buddy says we have to do it to make sure that it's working. But we've made a few decisions, and they are good decisions, because there again, you pay your blessings forward. We were blessed, and we're looking at paying blessings forward. That's what we're all about. It's never been about us, Buddy and I. It's always about another person, family, strangers, whomever. There's such a greater reward and a higher power when you do things for others. That's how we roll. That's what makes us who we are. It rounds us and it completes us. So yeah, and I've kept this a secret. I felt like I was lying. I'll be honest. I felt like I've been lying to y'all. And I haven't been lying. I just been quiet because we were stuck. This was such a blessing to be gifted to us. And we have put everything we know into this, and really was second guessing ourselves, because it's like it's a plug and play. And it failed. It failed miserably. And I still can't get the smell out of my building. We don't know what we're going to be able to do, because that building houses food. So you have to be extremely careful what you use that doesn't taint food. Everything is sealed, but it still has that odor. So I may have to, once I get well, to wash the walls with vinegar, because it's just there. They won't replace it, Debbie. They will not replace it, because it was a software problem. They failed miserably with their customer service, except for this young lady. And then again, it was in someone else's name and they had to move it to mine and all of that kind of stuff. And I get that. Kelly, Buddy mentioned charcoal. He said, I may just go ahead and put some charcoal in there on some charcoal bricks on some foil and set throughout. I mean, it has gone down a lot. It really has. Because this has been over a week. I just hadn't said anything. Frankie, honey, the freeze dryer never worked. I've just not said anything to y'all. The freeze dryer burns food. It cooks it. It doesn't freeze dry it. You'll have to go and rewind and watch why. Yeah, I got to do another bread run. That was actually suggested when she told me to go online and look at troubleshooting number something. Oh, yeah. Y'all got like 50 numbers of troubleshooting. Basically, you buy the machine and you go online and you troubleshoot everything yourself. If it's a part failure now, here, let me tell y'all, if there's a part failure, and it's under warranty, they send you the part. You have to install the part. Yes, indeed. Now, what if there's not a man around? Okay. What if there's some handicap issues happening? Let's use me. If Buddy was out of town, Buddy wasn't around, part come in, or I didn't even have a Buddy. Could y'all see me tearing a machine down and putting a part in it? That's what you have to do. They don't send a technician. You don't send the machine back, not when it's a part. You have to install that part. See, these are the things that they don't tell people. And you got to kind of dig to find this, but we dug and we found it. It's not just us. This is hundreds of people that have had these problems, but for whatever reason, they're being censored. So it's hard to find certain videos or social media complaints with this. You got to be very specific in what you're researching, these keywords. Well, Regina, I didn't want to go that route because, what if there's 2 out of 10, 2 being my situation and 8 being fantastic? I don't want to crush a company, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not there yet to do something like that. But I got a few emails from y'all, and y'all were like, "So how's the freeze dryer going? Have you done anything with it?" And I'd avoid it. No, I didn't avoid it. I would say, "Yeah, I'm using my freeze dryer. Yeah, I'm using my freeze dryer." I was on the fence because I didn't want to seem ungrateful. Oh my God, we are so grateful. You know how it is. You can be grateful, and if you would say something, well, you're just ungrateful. No, I'm not ungrateful. We just got a really bad piece of equipment. And none of this would have happened if they would have shipped out a piece of equipment that had the correct and up-to-date software. But instead, they just shipped it out. So, see, Linda, there's something wrong with that. If something has warranty, there should be a technician that comes and takes care of that warranty. It should not be up to the consumer. There's people out there that can't do this kind of stuff. I'll try that too. I was thinking of using vinegar because, see, that's what I clean the machine with is vinegar. So, guys, just, if y'all are interested, I'm not saying don't go buy one. But I'd be on the phone saying, "Hey, what software is on it? Is that software?" It's sad that the consumer has to ask 50 questions when it's really their job to send out proper equipment and one that's put together correctly, not damn upside down. Well, Greta, see? Really and truly, this, like, it burnt up. Like, it kept saying, oh, not reboot, abort. I'm like, what? Buddy's running out there pulling stuff. And I said, I'm done. I am done. Throw it out. Y'all, I lost my you know what. He's like, just calm down. And then I started calling and getting nowhere. And finally, this lady this morning calls me. Well, yeah, I've done sent 100 emails and I've done sent pictures. But the bad part is the last email I sent, y'all, and like I'm somebody, y'all, I got 6,700 subscribers. I ain't nobody, but I did say I do have a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel consists of gardening and cooking. Do I need to go that route to get some help? And bam, I get a phone call this morning. Isn't that amazing? Could be coincidence, though. Just coincidence. But I did. I used my YouTube channel. Was it right? No. But it was right at the moment because I was exhausted. And it was like, ain't nobody going to watch a 6,700 count, channel. But I do have one, which was not a lie. And I tend to say what I want on my channel, It's a lot of food lost. So not only has the freeze dryer took it, then the power surge took out the 2 deep freezes. But I'll end the live by saying this. Even with the sickness, even with the freeze dryer, even with the power surges, I'm still here. I have my coffee. I can see outside. Sun is shining. I got some AC up in here. And life's good. I'm not going to let that weigh me. It's going to take a whole lot more than that to set me down because I don't normally just sit down. But let this be as we leave. No matter what's thrown at us, it'll be in the rearview mirror tomorrow. Always. And we just move forward. Can't carry those backpacks. And backpacks will weigh you down. They'll smother you. They'll mess your mind up. So I don't wear backpacks. I just expose it, expel it, get lippy with it, and I'm done with it because I cannot cry over spilt milk. It hurts here. It hurts my mind when I see all the work that we done. But at the end of the day, I'm still here standing to be able to work again, to do it again. You only fail when you don't try. I've said that. I grew up saying that, and I'll still say it today. You only fail when you don't try. And I think that's the best way we ought to leave our life. Well, Miss Vicki, I have to be honest, but I'm not going to say it's a bad product. It's a bad product for me. And that's all I can speak of. Really? See? I mean, I have seen because we were digging, I saw so much negative and I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. I'm glad you love me, CG. I love you too. I'm just me. Only weight I carry is in my hips. Everything else, they got to find their own path. I don't carry weight. Nope. Except on me. Because life's too short. Life is too short. But it ain't too short to rub this in Mr. Eddie. Can y'all believe he challenged me with that puny, pathetic tomato plant? I put vitamin. Y'all put all them pills in it. I don't know. Buddy gonna have to eat it by himself because it's pretty, but. And then he was like, well, I got a red roaster that'll beat you. And I went, no, you don't. So y'all, I'm sorry, but I have to laugh because y'all know I was so far behind everybody. And I said, Lord, you gonna either make it or you gonna die, plant, because you done made me mad. And here I come out leading the race. Y'all, this was the best challenge. Now I hope somebody challenges me next year because y'all know I was at the losing end at the start. I mean, that damn plant was, but I even tried to think about how would I word this to House, tools, because I bought 2 packages of these stupid tomatoes and I got one to germinate. And I ended up with 1 tomato. That's good Lord right there. He's like, honey, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you out on this one. And I won. Yes, Debbie, I won. Well, Mr. Dave, I thank you. But yeah, I'm a Hassanator queen. Because Mr. Eddie even said, well, you might have won this one. Because Mr. Eddie come to the house, y'all. Him and Miss Sharon and Colton, the little grandbaby, they came. Oh, it's probably been about a month ago. Brought all kinds of goodies. And walked the garden. He said, Lippy, I got to tell you, this garden is huge. It looks mighty small on camera. He said, this is big. So he complimented my garden. But y'all, he went when I didn't know it. He told us, when we was sitting outside. And guess where he went? He went straight to that damn Hostinator plant. But see, he's a good man. Because, a bad person would have went over there and poured something in there. He said, and he knew then, he said, ooh, I might be in trouble. And that was a month ago. Because that sucker was just shining bright. I laughed, but we had the best time, y'all. That's some amazing people. They're like us, they're just like us. You didn't have to set the table out. Now, I did have the salads and fruits out on the table, but it was like serve yourself from a pot on a stove. You know what I mean? So I couldn't ask for better fellowship that day. We ate and we laughed and we ate and we laughed. All right, Jan, I got to run too because I got a funny feeling I don't know what was in them vitamins because I said, Mr. Eddie, you want to send me some more vitamins? He said, nope. It was just his wife's vitamins. I said, oh my God. And he mailed them to me. But yeah, I may have to be going to get Mighty Mo halfway. So I'm going to let y'all go. I don't know, but y'all are going to be seeing a couple of videos real quick. They're called those promotion videos. 2 of them are amazing. That's Buddy doing those. One of them is not going to be amazing because that's Lippy doing it. I'm done with promotions, y'all. I'm just done. They send me the crappiest crap. But maybe when my channel grows, I'll get better stuff. But right now, they sending me some crap. I'm just going to pre-warn y'all because I'm looking at it over here, but I ain't giving it away. That video's coming in the next day or 2. It won't take much to do that video and stand. My problem is I can't stand long. I get tired. So be looking for Lippys. It's called promotional review. And y'all get ready. Don't be like drinking when the camera goes on, when y'all turn it on, because those people will never send me nothing else again. I'm just saying. So I love y'all. I don't remember how I'm supposed to turn y'all off. Y'all remember? Nope. Okay, let's see. I told y'all I was going to be in a bind. Okay, somebody said look for that screen. Hot dog. That was it. It's called exit. Y'all don't let me forget. Hit exit screen. If I can find exit stream, I know where the end stream is. All right. I had a great time. I'm sorry if I kept y'all too long, but I had a lot I needed to catch up, and it was so much easier to do a live and just fellowship with y'all and let y'all know where we've been, the place we've been at, and the trials that we've had to face. So, as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I'm reading what y'all are writing down there. I'm one blessed lady to have y'all in my life. I want you to know that. Till the next one, y'all. Is that how I do it? Okay, I didn't do that right. Okay. Oh, Lord. Sweet baby Jesus. Where is the red button?